Hi guys, Laura from Hedgehog's Homestead here. Today I am making bread, but today we're going to do a little something different with our bread recipe. Each week I like to do a little something different. I make 2 loaves of bread, but today we're just going to take the whole loaf, or the whole 2 loaves. They're small, usually, probably 12-inch loaf pans, maybe even smaller, maybe 10. And we are going to make bagels. So I have my regular sourdough bread that I make every week, and get my hand just a little bit wet, and I'm going to take out a piece of my bread. And I'm going to make a little round ball. Not easy to do with sticky bread. Especially when all the gluten is formed. And it does help if you get your hand just a little bit wet. Not too wet though. And you make as round a ball as you can. And I'm going to show you. See? Just a little round ball. And then I'm going to drop it onto some parchment paper. You can see down here. And then I'm just going to stick a little hole in it with my thumb, just like so. So they're going to be really rustic bagels. But I've never done this, so you guys are learning it with me. As round as I can get it. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick a hole in, which is really hard to do. Okay. Again, I just get my hand just a little bit wet. Got a little bowl of water right here. Grab it out of my bowl like so. Of course, it just started raining again outside. And then make a hole in it. You can do this with any bread. I got this idea from Doug and Stacy, so I'm trying it out. Does the Doug and Stacy thing really work? They're gonna look really rustic. Hers did too, but they tasted good, and that's the most important thing. And we are gonna let these rise again. I didn't put enough water on my hand. She had trouble too with it, so I don't feel bad. Okay. And then put the nice little hole in it. Okay. Still a hole there in the middle. I'm going to shape them up as much as I can. Make them as round as I can. It's kind of a big one. I really don't like to make their holes. They like to come back together. And then just one more, and the rest I'll just make a regular loaf of bread. A little more water. Otherwise it sticks way too much. Trying to make it as round as possible. There we go. Well, God's watering today. I don't have to water. So nice of him. And we're just doing it like so. And we'll let these rise for probably another couple hours along with our bread. I'll stick some paper over this, or not paper, but little silicone or something so it doesn't dry out. And we'll see how this goes. We'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll see you guys in a little bit when this is ready to go for our next step, which is to put it in boiling water. And it's going to be in a nice rolling boil. We're going to add a baking soda and sugar to that water. That's what gives it the nice crispy outside. So we'll see you back in just a little bit when we're at that next step. We're going to let this rise for a little while, and then you'll see us again. Bye. Hi guys, we are back, and what you can see here is that our bagels have risen. They're nice and fat, don't you think? Nice and fat. And I'm started to boil my water. I'm going to get them at a nice hard boil, and then we'll add the bagels. Isn't that the cutest little jalapeno you ever seen? It's a little lemon jalapeno. So cute. Just a little guy, just a little one. You can see now that our water's at a rolling boil. So I'm going to add our sugar and our baking soda. That's a normal response. Oh, they stuck a little bit a lot. You see that they kind of filled in where the holes are going to be, so I'm going to kind of reestablish those. And put each one in. Oh, they're sticking together. No. I'm just going to pick it up by hand. Oh no. Oh. One minute on each side. What I need to do is I need to get some water on my hands. Oh, that's a lot easier to pick it up. That's what I was worried about. Turn it down just a little bit. They look really funny. Some big bagels. I don't know if they're going to cut in half very well. I think the problem is my dough may be a little too soft. I think my dough's a little too soft is what it is. Yeah. Okay, they look pretty funny, but we're not going to give up yet. Try to make this one look a little more round. They still have to bake, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so my sourdough is really kind of a more runny consistency. I'm going to try this again. Not today, of course, but when I maybe put a little more flour in my sourdough bread. I'll try it also with a regular bread dough. But I'm gonna go ahead and follow this through and walk you guys through this with me. It was a minute on each side. Now we have to bake it at 425 degrees, and we'll see what happens for about 20 minutes. So as soon as the oven gets to 425, I'll stick this in, and when it comes out, I'll bring you guys along too. Okay, here we go. Temperature is 425 degrees. Let's get this stuff in here and see how it goes. Watch out, Mommy. It's really hot. Put on a timer for 20 minutes. And we'll be right back. Okay, guys, they are ready to come out. Woo! They still look funny. Now we're gonna let them cool. Bring you guys down so you can see them there. Now we're gonna let them cool, and we'll come back and we'll taste test them, okay? Well, we got a little extra pieces here that we can taste test, and they may look funny, but they smell amazing. So I think my trick is that I need to make a firmer dough, because she made hers out of sourdough too. Doug and Stacy's channel, Stacy, made hers out of sourdough too, and they looked a little funny too, just like this. But I think my dough was a lot softer than hers, because my dough is made for sandwich bread. So I still have to bake a loaf of sandwich bread. So I need to turn down my oven to just 400. And then as soon as that goes, I'll put in my sandwich bread. But just actually might turn out to be tasty, just funny looking. So we'll try it again, and I'll bring you guys along again with some firmer dough. All right, you guys. They're crispy on both sides. See, you can see there how they're dark on both sides. This one's pretty thin. Ouch. So now it's time to taste test these. There's a missing bagel already. My mother-in-law already had one. She had to taste test it first. And they may be funny looking, but she says they're delicious. So I'm gonna give it a taste test now. They've cooled down a little bit. Got my sour cream here. That's a bagel, folks. You can see the inside. I might actually try a bagel recipe, but this is good. This is just my own bread recipe that I do every week. I just made some bagels out of it. So, thumbs up, Stacy. Good recipe. And you guys try this. Just make sure that your bread is firm enough to make a good round, though. So, it's delicious and not as hard. It was hard for me because my dough is so sticky, but if you have a firmer dough, it'd probably work out a lot better. Funny looking, but delicious. So if you guys are craving a bagel, and I'm going to leave something over here. I noticed that a bagel in a store has a high amount of sodium in it, and this being my recipe, I know exactly how much sodium is in it. It's 1/10 of what the sodium is in this bagel here, which is a brand called Dave's Killer Bread. So if you have issues with sodium, you might want to try making your own if you still want a bagel. All right, you guys, thank you for coming along. I'm chasing my dreams. I'm the dream maker. You guys go chase yours. We'll see you next time. And as always, God bless. Bye.